So today I'm talking about relationship triads. Think of triads as an abstract concept where you have roles such as the hero, the victim, and the villain. Now, in this video today, I'm going to focus more on the hero and the victim. So let's get straight into it through an example. So you have a mom, you have a son, and you have son's wife. The son is a hero in this scenario, and he is trying to save his mom, who is a victim, from the outside world or even from the family if need be. Now, let's say this dynamic is going on for a while until the son gets married and he has a wife now, and he, being a hero, he looks at people as victims. So let's say if he looks at his wife as a victim, then, and if she buys into it, then now we are having three people in the triad where the mom and the wife are the victims and the son is the hero. Everything will be fine until there comes a point where there's a situation and there's a conflict of opinion between the mom and the wife. Now, doesn't matter which side the son chooses, he is going to be villainized by the other side. Now, most of you would have either seen this situation or experienced this situation at least once in your life. So I want to pause for a second and ask you, why do you think that happens? So let's break it down and think of what are the hero's beliefs. So the hero thinks that he is the source of the happiness for the mom and the wife. He also thinks that he is only worthy of their love if he saves them or he fixes them. Now let's talk about what are the victim's beliefs. The victim thinks obviously that their happiness comes from the hero, and they also believe that they are powerless and helpless if they don't have a hero. Now, this is just an example, but there are other scenarios where you can still find a triad. For example, it can be with you and your friends, or you or your other family members, and you with your colleagues or employees. So now that we understand the dynamics of a triad, let's talk about how to get out of it. So the way I do approach is, there are two steps to it. So one is you start looking at yourself differently, and the other is you start looking at others differently. So let's say if you're a hero, just know that you don't have to save or fix anyone in order to be worthy of their love. Now you can keep on doing that, and the way it goes is the victim is being a victim, you try to save them. Now the next time they are going to step up their victimness and they are going to become super victims, and to save them you are going to become a superhero, and this will go on and on and on until you saturate and you reach a point where you finally give up, and then you decide to get out of the triad. So you can do that, or you can decide right now to get out of the triad. Now the way you can, as a hero, you can look at others differently is stop looking at them as victims. See them as powerful creators. See them at their highest. Now let me tell you, the moment you step down your hero, if the people who you were in a triad with are still victims, then they are going to try to pull you down. And if you resist, they are going to villainize you. They are going to pull you back into the triad. So the only thing I would like to tell you is don't buy into that. Now, if you are a victim, then the way you can look at yourself differently is just look at yourself as a powerful creator, a powerful manifester. If you could manifest this adverse situation where you needed a hero, then guess what? You can also manifest a powerful situation, a happy situation as well. And also know that someone doesn't have to save you in order to receive your love. That's conditional love. Now, again, there's nothing right or wrong about it, just that it doesn't work. And don't take my word for it. You can try and go down that route until you finally get so into that darkness that you finally decide to come out of it and step out of the triad. All right, so that's what I want to leave you with. If you started seeing yourself in any of the triads in your life and you decided to step out of it, then congratulations. And you can also share this video with your friends and especially those people who you saw yourself in the triad with, so that you can free them as well. All right, that's what I want to leave you with, and I'm excited to hear how's your experience of stepping out of the triad is. Thank you.